Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, evening, whatever it is where you are. I hope you're doing good. Welcome. A little bit later, I'll explain, but it's a bit of a story. Anyways, welcome to the stream. We're gonna be streaming today. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stream. That all depends. Kind of ties into the thing that I guess I'll explain. But yeah, I hope your day is a little bit better than how mine was today. But yeah, let's just do something. I just want to make some stuff, do some sound design. I don't really feel like making drum and bass today, so I guess we'll just mess with some other stuff. Maybe we'll just make some atmospheric things, or maybe we'll make something at a different tempo. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, let's just stream for as long as I can. I'll switch to here. So cool. Yeah. So my day was a bit hectic. I didn't expect today to be like this, but yeah, it was a bit not nice. I was like yesterday. I was like, tomorrow I'll wake up early. I'll go get a haircut, and then I'll stream in the evening. And I wake up this morning, and I open my door, and I'm like, what's that smell? And the more I walk down the stairs, I'm like, dude, that smells like shit. And I'm like, oh no, not my dog. What the, oh no. And I walk downstairs, and the smell is absolutely unbearable. Like, literally, such a pungent smell. Like, no, that wasn't great. Especially not after just waking up. So I walk downstairs, and there's literally, like, 3 massive turds just scattered across the hallway. And I'm like, no, why? Oh man, it was such a mess. So my dog basically has been having diarrhea today, I think. And yeah, I think I've been outside with him today like 5 or 6 times. So maybe we'll have to cut the stream short at some point. We'll have to see. He's doing fine now though. He's chilling downstairs, but I don't know. Yeah, I think he must have eaten something outside or something, you know? Like, you know how dogs are. Every once in a while he has those kind of things, but of course it has to happen on stream day. It was absolutely, oh man. I was cleaning that mess up this morning, and like halfway through I literally had to stop and just walk back upstairs to my room and just close the door because I was literally about to puke myself. It was absolutely unbearable. Oh man. So yeah, that was a great way to wake up. By the time I was done cleaning everything and walking him and doing everything, I called to make an appointment to get a haircut, and they were like, we don't have time anymore today or any free spots, so that's that. I have to see if I can well, I'm probably gonna fix that tomorrow, but yeah, it was not a nice way to wake up today. So that's why I tell you, I hope your day was better. Anyways, I really have not done anything today. I've been trying to get the smell out of the house. That's what I've been trying to do. And when you walk downstairs, it's still you can still smell it. It's absolutely horrible. It was literally everywhere. I put the dog under the shower because he himself smelled like as well. So I was like, dude, I can just smell you when I come near you. I'm like, you're going straight under the shower. I don't care. It was such a mess. Yeah, sound at night. Yeah, I think that'll be it. We'll just make some stuff. And just see what we end up with. Anyways, yeah, so what should we do? What should we go for? Oh, we can go for a different tempo. We can, let's just first mess with maybe some I'll just mess with some piano first, see if I can figure out what kind of key I want to do. Always gravitate towards that Phrygian kind of stuff, but hey, that's fine. Maybe we F sharp harmonic minor, that would be C sharp Phrygian, I believe. Yeah. Do harmonic minor. It's F sharp minor to C sharp major. It's kind of cool. Should we do C sharp? What is that? C sharp Phrygian or C sharp major Phrygian? Sound Design on Falcon if you have it. I do have Falcon. I don't know if I have it installed. Plus, I'm not a big fan of Falcon. Sorry to UVI. I know that they've sponsored me for making videos about the plugin. I did as well. I made videos about the plugin, so I did my job. But like it, I'm not a big fan of using it a lot of times because it's so complex and so in depth, right? Like it's a bit too much, in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a great tool. It's a great tool if that's your kind of thing, but it actually feels slower and more complicated in terms of workflow than what it has to be for what I want to do a lot of times. So, you know, like I can get like I can understand it if you like use it for like I don't know, just using some of the patches that you can get with it. As like a producer, but like actually using it as a synth, it feels too convoluted a lot of times for me. But hey, as like a thing to make libraries with, because that's what you can also do with it. Like if you make, for instance, preset libraries and stuff like that for like that you then sell, it's a great tool for that, you know, because it's so in depth. You can do almost anything with it. But as somebody who's, I don't know, working on like, I don't know, if you're gonna work on some making some sounds for a track, or if you're gonna be making a track, for instance, then it's a lot of times too convoluted for what you want to do, and it's only slowing you down. At least that's my opinion, you know. But it's that doesn't mean that the synth itself is bad, right? That's a different thing. It kind of depends on what kind of purpose you're gonna use it for, I guess. I mean, I've used it plenty in the past, but not too big of a fan of just using it for like, I don't know, just making stuff with. Anyways, what should we do today? Let's see. Let's just chuck in. Let's see what tempo we're gonna do. Let's see. Let's grab some kind of a drum loop. Oh, let's make an audio track. Let's see. So we're currently set at my default tempo, which is 172. Let's just set this to repitch. Come on. Set that to repitch. Let's see what kind of thing I'm feeling today. So this is about. It's not very visual. Can be lost on the page. Yeah, exactly. You really have to know it a lot, very well. I find to use it properly. And I guess maybe if you really know it very well, then maybe the workflow would be a lot quicker. But for most people, it's probably not the synth, if you get what I mean. Most people, your average producer, is probably not gonna have that much use out of Falcon because it's so complex. And that's honestly most of the time not what you need, right? It's a difficult one, but it's a great tool though. Don't get me wrong. Oh. Okay, let's see. So 172. I don't really feel 172. Oh yeah, I know. I have my speakers turned up. Let me do the first part on my headphones. I'll mute the mic later for a little bit when I get into working on some stuff, and then I'll I've tried it last week and I actually quite liked it, to just mute the mic for like 30 minutes, something like that, and just work on stuff, and then just come back to the chat for a bit. Also kind of gives me a reason to give my ears a little bit of rest every 30, 45 minutes or so. But I'll do the first part on my headphones. Let's see. So 172, let's go down. Should we go something like this? Gonna go more into like a breakbeat kind of tempo. Could be fun. Don't really try it a lot, but I do kind of like those kind of tempos. Oh yeah, with an Amen. What do we get? Maybe I'll do something. We can also go slower even. Yeah, something like here I think could be cool. Let's try that. I'm gonna start just making some atmospheric things, I think. That's I'm kind of feeling that for now. I have a really nice library, by the way, that I haven't really used a lot yet, but it has such great sounds. Let me check. It's this one, Jade Evolutions. It's by Strays of Sampling, I believe. Yeah, Strays of Sampling, right here. It's basically the successor to Jade Ethnic Orchestra, which is a library that I have used quite a bit on stream, which contains like all these what is it, like Chinese and Mongolian string and wind instruments and those kind of things. This library is kind of the same thing, but it focuses more on like I don't know, more soundscape kind of things, but with those instruments as well. So it's kind of cool. You get some pretty cool things with that. So maybe we can find something in there to get us started. Let's just give ourselves a note. Where's the range? Oh yeah, we need to let's just load up one of the patches maybe. Or let's go in here. Let's just do that, and we're just gonna pick something. Let's go to that maybe. Let's try one of these. Should pick one. And then let's just add a note here. That's probably gonna be higher. Narrow. I think that's still too low. Yeah, that should be good. Now this is gonna be pretty quiet, but that's just a library. So one moment. Let's just do plus 10 dB or something. That should be good. Still pretty quiet. Let me, let's go plus 16, something like that. Let's also add some reverb. Hey man, love your streams. Lately I've been getting stuck creatively when trying to make riffs and bass arrangements. Would love some advice on this. Do you have erhu instrument? It's a Chinese violin. Actually, I do, yeah. For bass and riffs, I don't know. I usually, when it comes to like actual, like the melody of a bass line itself, I find if you can write something that has a groove using something like just a saw wave or a square wave or something like that, then you're basically on the right track. You want to find something that with a really simple waveform already feels like it has a groove. Maybe a saw wave with just a filter on it, you know, something like that. And if you can get a nice groove going with just that, then you know that the melody of it or the rhythm of it or the whatever the riff is doing is good, right? So then it's basically all about the sound at that point. So then it's just sound design. But then the pattern itself is good. So I guess that's what I would try and do. Anyways, let's see what we get here. So I'm also gonna put something maybe in this one. Let's try. Now we should get some more stuff. -1 is up. Okay. There we go. Make that maybe a little bit lower. And let's see if we can find something nice for that. I mean, I can also just go in here and just find something that we like. That's maybe quicker. I mean, I've got a bunch marked, so let's see what I've got marked. See what we have here. Can you show me how to adjust the vocal loop to the tempo of the track? That really depends on the vocal sample. That really depends. There's no easy answer to that one. It all depends on what the vocal is doing, what the difference is in terms of the tempo. Is the original vocal even on like an actual tempo, or is it maybe slightly loose? Is there swing in the original vocal, and is there swing in the track that you're trying to force it into? You know, there's a whole bunch of things that come into play, so there's no easy way to answer that one. Just know how to, you know, manipulate audio. That's basically what you need to know. Know how to manipulate audio and how to stretch things and adjust the timing of things. And if you know how to do that, then you can get a vocal to fit into a track. In terms of the timing, at least. Then you're always, of course, still dealing with the key as well, but that's another thing. Do you prefer starting with an intro and setting the scene? I do, most of the time. But I am kind of all over the place still, though. Like, if I look at stuff that I've been working on, it really depends. Sometimes I just have like a day where I just want to make some bass, you know, and then I end up making a bass, and it's like, oh, this bass is actually pretty cool. And then maybe I then afterwards start thinking about, okay, what can I put in front of it? But I do usually, I don't know, I do usually like to have some kind of a vibe or some kind of a mood something that sets the scene, I guess. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Okay, have you guys checked the new Cone Sound album? It's for me. It's seriously a contender for the album of the year. Also the latest Amon Tobin stuff that got released recently. It's also pretty cool. Still not like as on. Well, it's great, but I would definitely rate the latest Cone Sound album better. But holy shit. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go check it out because it's such an inspiring piece of music. Yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. It's just classic Owen sound, but so well produced. So many interesting kind of things happening in it. It's definitely not just drum and bass stuff though. It's like, all kinds of stuff, but yeah, really interesting. Had a blast listening to it in the past week. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're gonna get. This is gonna be way too loud. Let me back that down again. I love the sound of this library. It has like, it's basically I can show you what I mean. Like that other library, I already had that one for quite a while, and I really liked it. So if I go to this other one, this one. So this one is basically just a library with all kinds of all kinds of Chinese and Mongolian instruments, and there's like all kinds of different sounding ones, of course. But I think what you asked earlier was the Eru or Erhu, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, that's also in there, and they now made this new library, which is basically uses a lot of similar instruments. They are new recordings though, so they basically just recorded a whole bunch of new sound sources with the same kind of instruments, and they created now a library which is more for like these more soundscapes and things, where this older library of that I already had was more like just the instruments itself, basically. So sure, we have, it's really high, of course. Legato? Oh, it is already legato. And there's some really nice sounds in here. I personally like the this one quite a bit. It has some nice sounds, but then they now have this new library, and yeah, it's really cool, because it's basically just the same thing, but they've now made these they're just performances that they recorded, and you can map up to 4 of them in here, and then there's 2 additional ones here. But these 4 are then mapped to this XY thing, so you can basically just right, so you can morph between those different layers. But there's some pretty interesting things in there, especially for if you want to, make like an intro or something. Some really nice sounds in there. Need a new keyboard. The Osmos, that is the one with the wiggly keys, right? That one looks really cool. I have to admit, that one looks really cool. That's like in my opinion, a great sort of like new way of approaching MIDI keyboards, because it definitely makes playing a lot more intuitive, I think. Yeah, okay, well that's exactly, yeah, I really like the look of that one, but I have a pretty nice MIDI controller, so I'm fine. Oh, I like the sound of this one. How much range do we have on this thing? Oh, we also have this one. Maybe we want to have an octave like that. Sure, let's try that. We'll do that, something like that. Can you make the same stuff? I mean, yes, of course. Like, all that Osmose keyboard is doing is it's modulating the pitch, but it's doing it per note. So it's doing it in MPE, of course. So if you wiggle one of those notes, it's basically just creating a pitch bend automation for that note. So you can recreate that in a DAW that supports MPE just fine. Like I can go into here, right? And if this would be an MPE instrument, I can go into the MPE media editing down here. I can click that, and then we're in here. And then if I start automating this, like that for instance, then that pitch is gonna wiggle. So then we can do that, right? So it's definitely you can definitely recreate it without a keyboard like that. But there is something to say for being able to play it in, right? Because that's just, one, it's much easier if you can play, and two, it's just it gives you a more humanized kind of sound. So it's a lot easier, because if you would automate it, you're gonna have to automate in like these slight inconsistencies to make it sound realistic. It's just a really interesting way of approaching playing on a MIDI keyboard. That I think is definitely a really interesting way and approach of how it could definitely change the way how we look at MIDI keyboards. I mean, in general, MP is pretty helpful. Being able to adjust the pitch per note is really nice. But most keyboards are not really suited for it. So, and first you had the other one. What was the other one called? The C board from Roly. That one did it in a different way, right? I think they had the sliding up or something on the key. You had to slide up or something, and that would be connect to something. Which I guess is a different way of doing it, but I would assume wiggling your finger is more intuitive than sliding your finger up to do a pitch bend. At least that's my opinion. Because if you do like a vibrato on a string instrument or something, you also wiggle your finger and stuff like that. So I feel like that's more intuitive. Yeah, there's a couple of different ones. There's a couple of different ones coming out with this kind of things. And there were already a couple of different things, like solutions for this stuff. Wasn't there was that other one as well? What was that other one called? It's a really old one, by the way. It has this this red sort like bed that is basically the keys, but it's like, damn, what was that thing called? I believe the Hacken, yeah, right, that thing. That thing is really interesting as well. The Continuum Hacken, yeah, Hacken Continuum. That's indeed what I meant. Yeah, this thing. That thing. Like that was another one of those like approaches, new approaches to like MIDI keyboards, which also was very interesting. But I think from everything I've seen of these new sort of like things coming out, I think that Osmose one, the one that recently came out, yeah, definitely feel. I think that seems the most intuitive. This one, yeah, this one was really expensive. I know they were handmade. I believe they were handmade somewhere. Wasn't it in Scandinavia somewhere or something? Not sure where this company comes from. Germany. Oh, Germany. Okay. But yeah, it's a really small team. Really, like quite a small company actually. So it's to be expected that something would be really expensive then. But yeah, it. I remember looking into it one day. I was like, "Whoa, that looks really cool." I wonder how much that cost. And I was like, "Okay, you can literally buy a car for that." You know. I mean, but yeah, it's with hardware in general. Like when you get into hardware stuff gets expensive. Same thing is with like modular synths and stuff like that, right? It's really cool. It's really awesome, and it's amazing to play with. But it has to be within your budget because a lot of these things are not cheap. Let's just add like some kind of a hat. I'll just go with a nice acoustic one. Let's just do addictive drums. Just loop this one for now. Let's just we have some nice funk maybe. What do we got? Something to get us started. Let's grab. Sure. Like I can even just solo like the hi-hats in here, and then I'm just gonna get the hi-hats. A bit quiet, by the way. Let me increase the level of this one a little bit. You know what? Let's just put something in myself. We'll just start really simple anyway. Sure. Oh, we're still hearing the other one as well. This one. We'll probably change this later anyway, but for now we just have something. I do have to check because I'm not sure. Like some of those performances in that contact library might have like different notes in there, so it might not necessarily be like minor or major, so I do have to check if the scale still works that I had in mind. I think it does. Definitely does. Definitely works. So, what kind of thing are we gonna do? We can do that thing that I had in mind earlier. What was it? It was oh, it was F sharp minor to C sharp major, or we can do it's kind of cool. Okay, that's kind of cool. Basically just let's see. That's like a weird one, but bear with me. Let's make this longer. Not like that, but Ableton, fix that goddamn this thing. Fix it. It's so annoying. So this is a A with a G sharp. That would be what is that? Get that chord, I believe, but or that. Kinda goes to that, I think, but I'm not too sure about what I want to do for the chords. Let's think. Maybe I'll just play for a bit. We can also do. I like those two, definitely. That's how C sharp major Phrygian. It's kind of cool too. That's kind of cool. That is Probably change that quite a bit, but we'll stick with that for now. That kind of sounds cool. Yeah, there's quite some cool things in there, so I think that could definitely work for something. Let's just keep working on that intro, and then we'll keep these chords in there because that's probably pretty cool to add in there. Just start with this for now. If I could even put this in here somewhere and see if that works with the pad that I have. It should. I think it's, if I listen to it, I'm wondering if it's the same. Like there's some parts in here. I think it's going from C and then to D, or from that C sharp to D every now and then in this this pad. It could also be that it's doing G sharp and A, which is the fifth above that. So we might have to transpose this to work with this skill, but I think it works. I think it works. Well, what would it otherwise be? That's G sharp and A sharp. I mean, I can try real quick if I put this here, there. What we get then? See? That's kind of also interesting. I think this works even better. I think that works even better, so compared to this. I mean, I guess both work. Let me mute these real quick. I can check what it is if I listen to it. If I just let's just mute one of these. So that is definitely yeah. That's definitely C sharp. I hear a bit of that B in there as well. So here, that. I also hear that in it, which is a G sharp. So yeah, it is definitely C sharp, and then Phrygian this pad. So that's good to know. But we can switch this up at some point to like doing the G sharp because it still works. It's a fifth up, but it still falls like most of the notes would still work with what we are gonna play. So let's just work with that then. What are we gonna do with this? Okay, let's add like a little bass thing here. Should we add an acoustic bass kind of thing? Why not? Let's try an acoustic bass with maybe... I guess Omnisphere has plenty of those, so I'll just grab... Oh, I think I just chucked it on the track with the piano. Well done. Let's undo that. If it wants to. Undo. Yo. Undo yourself. Okay. Well, then we'll just do it like that. It's weird. Not sure why that would not undo itself, but okay, whatever. Let's put this in here. Bass instruments. Yeah, see, this has all these different bass patches, which are quite interesting. There's some nice, like, for instance, these, which is like classic, like acoustic basses, which is quite nice. Maybe we can add something with that, or we can try one of these other ones. Slap is a bit much, maybe. Funk. Does that sound like? Bit much. Fretless. Quite like that acoustic one. Oh, there's more acoustic ones here, down here. It's kind of cool. See if we can just add some stuff. I guess it's quite cool if the C sharp and the D clashes sometimes. It does. Kind of depends on how the... Like, if they're right next to each other, it's gonna clash quite a bit. But if they're spread, like, at least an octave apart, it's most of the time just gonna work. I'm hearing as the first note. What is that? That's just a C sharp. What is that? So dun. That's G sharp. Or not? A maybe. Yeah. Then we can do something in between those, but for now I'll... Well, maybe we can do something, let's see. Well, maybe we do want to go to there. Why not? Maybe. Let's loop that. It's kind of cool. This one maybe? Add maybe that one. Kind of cool. Just do that and this. That one. There's one instrument in there that I really like the sound of. Let's see where it is. It's in plugged. It's this one. I believe this is an instrument really similar to the Japanese shamisen, but it's, I believe, a Chinese instrument called the, well, Sonxion or something like that. Probably completely butchering that, but it sounds really cool. It's like a, well, it kind of looks like a bit of a shamisen with the 3 strings, and then I believe it's played different, but it has like has that sound, so maybe I'll make that a bit louder for you. Maybe we can put that in as well, since that pad kind of has a bit of that sound as well. Good reason to maybe add this one too. Sounds a bit like Kodo. No, I think it sounds a lot more like a shamisen. Like, it sounds more like a shamisen than a koto to me. Like I can quickly compare because I do have both. We could also try that actually. One of those. Kodo is really nice too. I really like the sound of Kodo. Kodo has a pretty interesting sound. Shamisen too. I feel Kodo is a little bit easier to play with than shamisen though, because I don't know, just in terms of the sound. Shamisen sounds a bit harsher, has a bit more of like a harsher transient, which that's why I think it kind of sounds more similar to this one. Kodo is a bit lighter, a bit more, I don't know, a bit softer in the sound most of the time. I need one moment. Also might have to go check on the dog real quick downstairs to see if he's still doing okay. I mean, I don't smell shit, so that's a plus. But you never know. So I might just put this on loop real quick for you guys, and I'll run downstairs for like 20 seconds to see how he's doing. I really don't fancy cleaning a couple of turds again, or even worse. Like like it's one thing if they're solid, you know. Let's just say, not all of them were solid this morning, so that was a bit fucked. Yeah, that makes cleaning the mess up a little bit harder and a little bit more annoying. Oh yeah, this one is tuned, so if I just set this to chromatic. So this is a Kodo, like... Sounds beautiful. Oh. Yeah, that's a Kodo, but I don't know. I feel this one sounds more... It has more of that... It has more of that kind of a shamisen sound to me. Which, if we go in here... shamisen. I think that sounds more similar. If your room starts stinking, Men's has to leave, yeah. Don't know if you saw my comment above. Which one? Let me check. I feel like I'm annoying with the questions. What? Is it that one? I guess it is. Let me check. But I'm wondering, how would you go about working with these complicated phrases creatively, listening to tracks like Clock of Fate? It depends. Like I would most of the time just keep working with it. It doesn't matter if it's not completely in time, because a lot of times it's more of like an atmospheric thing, and I'll be adding melodic instruments on top of it. So most of the time it doesn't really matter if the timing is like slightly off or something like that. But even if it really does become an issue, you can just leave it, and then you can at some point just resample the whole thing and just chop the audio up and just realign things. And you might have to do some editing to the audio to make that work, or do some stretching or something, but you can probably make that work. Like, not just rhythmically, but sound design-wise, resampling, making all these completely different basses fit so well together. Yeah, well, that's just processing, you know? When you have multiple basses, it's just a matter of processing, getting them to sound at least close enough to each other, or at least like even if two bass are completely different, they can still work well together if they are processed in a way so that they work nice together, right? It's all about that. You don't want to have one bass to be a lot louder than the other one, for instance. You know, it's simple stuff like that, but it all depends on what your track sounds like. So it's often really difficult to give like a one size fits all answer to such a question, because it really depends on the situation, what you should do. Because the bass sounds are different from each other and they still make them fit so well together. Yeah. Like most of the time when you have two bass sounds that are really different and you want to make them work together, you have to start looking into, okay, so what are the differences? And which of those differences make the sound the way it does? Those you don't really want to touch, because then you're going to lose the sound most likely. But there's probably also going to be differences that don't really matter that much to the sound, right? Let's say one is just louder than the other one, you know, just make them the same level. Maybe one sounds more saturated than the other one. Then maybe you want to saturate the one that sounds less saturated so that they sound more cohesive, right? And then if you start processing the two together, that helps gluing them together. So it's all about like, but then again, it all depends on the context. So yeah, it really depends on the sounds. Like, that's basically the only easy answer I can give. A lot of it is just knowing your tools, and then just listening very clearly. Like, what are the differences, and what do you need to do to make them fit together? So shamisen is really has like even more transient, I guess. But I really like the sound of this one. This one. Let's just, why not? Let's just grab this. That part there was kind of cool. Let's just add that in here. Why not? Let's keep going. Let's just do this. Let's yeah, sure. Let's do that. I'm actually gonna end with this one, I think. So we'll do that maybe, and then we can do maybe that. And we'll probably mess with these notes for the second half later, but for now, this kind of helps to give us a vibe. And we'll probably start resampling the hell out of these things as well at some point. What can we... I mean, there's one other contact instrument that I know that could probably fit this really well. In terms of the tone, at least. And that is... I think I have it in here. That is by... Is that by Impact Soundworks? Yeah. It's this one. You're gonna go and set... What did you say? I'm gonna go start setting a vibe with an intro first, doing sound design in different sessions. Thanks for the insight. Hey, you're welcome. Always good to just split up your sound design sessions from your production sessions. Just spend like an afternoon making sounds and save them, bounce them to audio, save them into your own folder, and then, you know, when you're working on tracks, you have a whole bunch of sounds that you made yourself that you can use. That's always good, in my opinion. That's how you can really sort of like force yourself to, I guess, develop a sound. It takes time still, you know, it's not something that's going to be easy to do, but by doing these things and spending that time on making sounds, you do kind of develop a certain sound, right? So yeah, this one is probably gonna fit pretty well with these other instruments that we have. So this is basically a duduk, which is a flute. Like a Middle Eastern kind of sounding flute. It sounds absolutely beautiful. Let's see. Pretty sure that this one will fit really well with these instruments. Might be able to put some layer in with that at some point. Let's think real quick what we're gonna do with this. I'm gonna... Let's see, we have this, and then that. Yeah, I'll just loop this real quick and put it on my speakers, and I'll quickly walk downstairs to check on my dog. And then I'll be back in like 20 seconds or like 30 seconds. One moment. Okay, so he seems to be doing fine. He's just chilling. Thank God. That saves me a lot of pain. Okay. Didn't really hear it downstairs though. Was a bit quiet, so I'm not sure if these chords will work. It kind of implies a different chord structure, I think. It kind of implies that it's just G sharp or C sharp. And then what was that bass doing again? Yeah, the bass starting on C sharp. So it goes C sharp, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp. Yeah, this wants to go to there. That pluck instrument, that is from the Jade Ethnic Orchestra library. That one. And it's called that. But it's basically from this library, Jade Ethnic Orchestra, by, what was it again? Strays of Sampling. That one sounds alright, I think. For now. Just want to get some, you know, some extra drums going. Let's see if we can add. Let's do. Sure, we're gonna do that. Maybe we'll just add. Let's see. Maybe we wanna. Let's put these on there. Quite nice. And then let's mute that one. Let's go and make these a little bit louder. Oh, those ones. Let's just do this one. see if we can make a nice edit here. Kind of cool. Maybe we'll put this one back in. We can also try maybe doing this and then, I don't know, little thing here. Okay, that works. And then let's see if we maybe want to do... try maybe add a kick here. Did you save? I did now. Not exactly. Let's see. It's better. Oh, damn. Let's see, let's try thinking maybe going that here and then do that there. It's kind of cool. Maybe we can put another one here instead of this one. That's a bit much, maybe. We can try that. What if we put... or... that? That's a bit much, maybe. Oh, maybe that'll work. What if we just put that here for a second? We do that. Oh, that's better. A little bit quieter. Yeah, I quite like them. It's just a funk kit from Addictive Drums, by the way. So it's just this big funk kit. I only pitched the snare up a little bit. But I like them as well. We've been here. How wide are these drums? Pretty wide. I would probably change that a little bit. Like, that's pretty easy to do, actually. We can go into here and we can change how wide the goes into the overhead and the room. Then we can really limit how wide they are. Usually when you leave them at like the full width, then when you sum it to mono, it's going to sound quite different. So I try to keep it a little bit more centered most of the time. Of course, it's a kit you don't have. It's just it's part of the fun kits. So if you get that one, then you should have it. One moment, guys. I'm quickly gonna check downstairs because it either is a still part of that lingering shit smell that is in my house because of what happened this morning, or I smell a new load of shit. One moment. Oh, we have this here as well. Let me do that. I'll be back. Just a little bit. One moment. It was false alarm, luckily. Damn it. Okay, I'm back. Let me take a drink. Okay, that's better. So I don't know if I want to have those drums right away. These chords are not going to work because we have different chords. Let's add some more stuff. Let's make some more things to kind of, I don't know. I feel like we could probably build a bit more on that intro first, and then make drums come in later. Let's put drums there for now. And see what we get with just this thing. I'll make them come in here. I want to have some more stuff laid with this, so let's see if we can add like something interesting. I'm gonna grab... Let's do pigments. Just grab one. It's kind of cool. What if we have this one just play the entire way through? But I guess I'll filter it in or something. So it kind of goes a bit more like this. Here. What else do we have? Kind of cool, but also a bit much. That's also interesting. What if we... It actually slightly changes there. Could be interesting. Sounds kind of cool. Should we have this come in already? Let's see. Might have that come in later, but let's bring the heads in then. Probably want to start with like the actual chords here, and just use this as like a bit of an intro. Okay, maybe we will bring it in here. Let's start here already. Let's do mute that for now. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that one. Let's see if we can, I guess, what should we do now? Do some more sound design, I guess. Save. Let's think. Should I use Vital for a change? I never use Vital. I don't know what the yeah, Bitwig looks really cool. I kind of want to check it out at some point as well. It has the trial, so I might, you know, just check that out. Any weird wavetables in here? Like, look at this one. Can you see that? No, you can't see that. Yes, you can. Yeah. Look at the spectrogram here at the top with this wavetable. If I play this, look at those. That's so weird. Get all those really weird looking nice diagonal lines on the spectrogram. Some weird wavetables. At Water Wobble in Heisen you'll have Go and Sound Bass. This thing is so weird. Okay, what if we... So weird. We'll do it the other way around. What if we That's weird as fuck. So weird. I'm seeing what we can do with it. If we can do something with it, something cool. Let's see what other wavetables are gonna sound like with that. So I'm really making this quite low pitch. We can go even lower. Let's see what happens. Let's do that on that other one. Was it this one? Like, that's kind of interesting because this high pass filter, it's a spectral filter, right? So it takes literally everything off below like a certain threshold. And you can then use that again as like an input for FM to get all the weird shit. If we would have the low end in there, it's gonna sound absolutely horrible. So weird. happens if we... It's weird. I kinda like it. Weird kind of things coming out of that. What happens if we... I don't know. Let's try out something else. This one works pretty well. Let's... where is it? Why are you not just showing it here? Okay. Let me save that. What are we gonna do with this thing? Okay. Why are you completely quiet? Yeah, what are we gonna make? Let's think. See, that's the thing. If I'm gonna just make some bass, then it's probably not even gonna be ending up like something that fits in the track. So that's why I usually need something like a vibe to make something. That's why I always start with the intro, or most of the time at least. But let's think more in the context of this thing. Can I... This bassline is kind of cool, so can I do that? Let's do that. That and that. Okay. me check real quick. So those are the bass notes. Then oh, we don't have it on loop. It goes to the G sharp, but I kind of still think that the underlying chord there would also be a C sharp. In this case, it would be major because we're doing, I guess, Phrygian dominant. So let's leave that F out. We could do a different chord progression as well. Let's see. I have another chord progression that I quite like for this key, which is what was it again? Let me think. Oh, it started on F sharp, if I remember correctly. Let me check. Wasn't I have another project where I used it. Let me check real quick. That would be... Where did I save that? Here? Let's see. Piano. Drag that piano track in. I think I had the same chords. This here. Let's see what we have here. I guess this section here. Yeah, I really like the sound of that. So that goes from F sharp to A and then to C sharp. It doesn't play the major here, it plays just a G sharp on top. Really like the sound of that. What if we make that... Oh, let me consolidate this. And make that shorter. Can we do something with that? How does that work with the pad thing? Ooh, that actually works pretty nice. Do that later. Let's just repeat this section. Did I do? Oh, I saved accidentally. That's never a bad thing. Okay. What if we take this thing? Let's just extend that. We might have to shorten some stuff because I think I'm thinking too long for this. This would already be 1 minute and 23 seconds, yeah. So we probably want to do, I don't know, maybe half of that and then do half of this. You know, like maybe have that come in here. Then make that come in there. And, I don't know, maybe mess with these a little bit. Let's make sure that we can see all the automation. Cool, maybe that'll work. Well, it does kind of want to play twice, so maybe it'll just start right from here. I mean, that kind of works. Okay, what if we do that and then bring you in, but then we probably have to change the pattern. Yeah, we definitely have to change the pattern. Let's do this, or we can just do this. So it starts on F sharp, I believe. Yeah, F sharp, A, C sharp. So it does. Yeah, okay, I'll just make it from scratch. It does this. And what if we do that? Or can actually go to the G sharp there. Does work. It's a bit awkward, but it kind of works. If that one goes to that could work maybe for the last one, because that is the fifth, of course. So guess we'll just do that. Then that weird thing comes in. Let's just continue that then. Should we bring these in? Switch to something completely different, but let's see if we can make it work. Let's do this, and let's introduce a little of that. Maybe do. Oh yeah, what if we do that? That could be cool. Not do it here. Not sure if I like these drums for this. Maybe I need to work a bit more on them. Yeah, what I'm gonna quickly check on my speakers real quick. Mute the mic, so otherwise you guys are gonna hear that. And let's see. Yo, Pierre. Yeah, we're just making something different today. I wanted to do something else. So, that's that. I'm also muting my mic every now and then because I'm working on my speakers. So if that's why I'm a bit quiet, then that's why. I almost want to say the drums should be less reverby. Yeah, that's funny because they, well, it's just a room sound, I guess, because they don't have, there's no reverb on them. So, it's just a room sound then. But I'm not too concerned about the drums at the moment. I'm just seeing where we can go with this, making some more sounds, and I'll probably end up just bouncing stuff to audio after the stream and just making some samples out of it for like later use. It's more of one of those kind of streams. We're just chilling today. I can turn that back on as well. Doc still seems to be doing fine downstairs, so we're good. That B note right in front of you actually sounds really interesting. That kind of movement, which is really interesting. I'm not sure why it sounds cool over. Oh, over C sharp. Yeah, then it's the 7th. So have C sharp. Yo, Omar, welcome. This thing here this thing. Guess we can see. I was like, maybe I'll warp it into 16s, but I don't think I'll try. It's a bit chaotic. I was like, maybe if it's like pretty static, then I'll be able to just warp it into 16s, but it looks a bit too crazy to try that out. And we'll leave it the way it is. It sounds fine. So let's make ourselves a noise thingy. Yeah, I'm thinking about where to take this thing. It's kind of cool, but I'm thinking about what kind of drop I would like to do. I mean, it's the most tempting thing is to just go for the go and sound kind of sound, right? That's the most tempting thing to do, but I kind of want to see if I can think of something. Maybe somebody in the chat has an idea. Feel free to say something. I mean, let me just take a little chat break to begin with, because I don't think I've taken one so far. Not that the chat is too busy at the moment, but where you all watching from, except from Omar's that's watching from Mexico. How late is it in Mexico? It must be like what, something in the early morning or like end of the morning? Must be quite a time difference. It's about like what? It's 30 minutes to midnight here, so. And by the way, thanks Sefia for keeping the bot alive. Thanks a lot. Let me just grab my headphones. You like that? Hmm. do that, and then... Now this does have quite a bit of width, so we might want to go into here and just bring that down a bit. We probably don't want to remove it all, but because the sub is mono, so that's fine. Just maybe a little bit. Don't really need it, but it could be nice and just add a little bit of that. And then what the fuck did I do? Cancel, please. MP. Oh, that's the settings. I just wanted to turn MPE off. That's all I wanted to do. Like there is a bit of width in it, but it's still pretty fine. Like if we listen to this in mono, it still sounds pretty similar, which is nice. And the sub still sounds just as powerful, which is all you want, basically. It's pretty simple to do, you know, if you want to have a bit of a wider reach, just take out the first fundamental, or the fundamental here, and just take that out. And then just replace that with a sine wave, which is just that, right? That's just that first fundamental, so that's just in there, and then you have that. I've been messing with like how to make recess with serum, and there's quite a few interesting ways actually. Like one other way that I really like. Oh fuck! Did I replace it? No, I did not. Thank God. Not that I believe in God, but whatever. Like if you have like I mean, I can probably demonstrate that with like operator just as well. Like if you take just these for now. Like using FM, but then 1D tuned, of course. You also get that kind of movement, right? So I don't know. Interesting sounding breeze. See, but that's, you can do the same thing in serum as well. So if you have like serum, and then just take, I don't know, just clear all, do that, and we'll copy that. There we go. As soon as we start fine-tuning that one, I find this method is really great if you want to make if you want to make a Reese that maybe still hits the sub frequencies, but already has quite a distinct sort of like quick movement in it. Because what you can do is you can just pitch the FM oscillator up an octave or two, and then you don't have to, like when you have them both at the same range, right? You have to pretty much go to like almost a semitone up for the movement to become pretty quick. You can see it kind of here. It's a little bit hard to hear maybe, but if we just take that, we can actually hear the movement. So even at one semitone up, it's still this slow. And you can also hear that it's definitely becoming out of tune with that oscillator that sometimes, well, maybe not in this case, but sometimes you can hear that the tuning just becomes off. But if you go up like 2 octaves on this, you of course get a different sound, but this kind of like same thing as like a Reese. It is a Reese, I guess. 2 saw waves. Or even do, I don't know, remap. Ooh, that's weird. And then let's... love making Reese's. Reese's is fun. But like, this way you can get a pretty quick, really quick oscillation. It's kind of nice for those kind of Reese's. And then if you want to have more width, I guess, and just more movement, just put like the chorus in front of it or behind the distortion, but usually in front of it. And get all those kind of things. Which can be cool, or maybe this one. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, so many different... And really, depending on what we choose here, it's going to sound completely different as well. If we take, I don't know, these maybe? By the way, these are all on my Patreon, so if you want to have these as well, then you can get that on my Patreon. That's quite a nice tone there. If you combine it with the filter, probably it would probably sound pretty cool. Take that and then... Oh wait, why am I doing that? Why am I not just grabbing you? weird ass sound. Oh, we didn't have another filter. Yeah, let's go back to what we're doing. Yeah, like with FM synthesis in general, you can make so many weird sounds. That's one thing. Just start detuning some of the oscillators that you're using, and you get weird results. But that's fun, you know. Thinking what I want to add to this. What if we do that? Mm. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, now what we're gonna do here? Let's we have this thing. Mute you. Let's rename that. What was that again? What was that instrument called? I keep forgetting how to spell the name of this thing. A Son Xion. Son Xion. Basically just a Chinese shamisen. Which makes sense, because if you know a little bit about the history of like Japanese instruments, like a lot of Japanese traditional instruments came from China. So like if you I bet that the Son Xion is actually what turned into shamisen. This is Shut up. Oh, fuck. Now it's behind millimeters. Let me do that. Yeah, so this is the instrument. That looks really similar to a shamisen. Like, if you know a little bit about Japanese instruments, then that looks pretty much like a shamisen. But it's not. It also kind of looks a little bit like a banjo in some ways. Or it sounds a bit like a banjo. Some people usually people, I think they also sometimes call it like the Asian banjo, which, I mean, it's quite different. But I think that turned into the shamisen, or at least it was imported into Japan, and that then became the shamisen, because that should look pretty similar. Yeah, exactly. If you look at that right there, see, that's a very similar instrument. I think it's because that originally comes from, looks like a spatula, what they play it with. Yeah, I know, especially with shamisen. I'm not sure with that Chinese version. Maybe, I'm not sure how you play that. I don't know how you play that. It's a 3-stringed traditional Chinese lute. It has a long fretless fingerboard. Blah blah blah. It may have its origin in the Middle East. Makes sense. Makes sense. Kind of sounds very similar to some Middle Eastern lute instruments as well. Like the what is it called? The oud instrument, I believe it's called. How do you play it? It's plucked with one's fingernails. See, so there it definitely is different in terms of like shamisen playing. Shamisen plays with like what looks like a really big spatula. Yeah. So it's different in that sense. It can also be bowed probably. Yeah. Sometimes it can be bowed with a violin bow. That makes sense as well. But I guess you use 2 hard and thin plectrums made from animal horn that are tied to the thumb and index finger. Interesting. So that's definitely different in terms of how it's played. But it sounds really cool. I really like the sound of that instrument. Should we do that? That could definitely work. It's also more similar to the pattern of the intro, actually. Now I look at it. Because this did that, so it does, what is that? 1 bar on F sharp, then 1 bar A, and then 2 bars C sharp. And this kind of does that, so it lingers a little bit longer on that F sharp. But that still works. Sounds similar enough. Then what is that? Just C sharp? Yeah, I'm thinking what we could do. We are at 138? We can also go for more breakbeat or more dubstep kind of rhythm. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this to begin with, because I just started making some sounds and not really necessarily thinking of a tune, but it kind of starts turning into one, right? So what if I just put you here? Okay. What if I take this? Yeah, the drums definitely need to change for that, but yeah, you can offer an idea. Sure, I'm open to ideas today. Whoop step. I'm not sure what this is gonna turn into. Maybe I'll just let it be more, not necessarily, you know, anything really heavy. More like, I don't know, something else. You get your idea together. I'll quickly do some more things on it, play around a bit more, and I'll be looking at the chat in just a bit. I mean, we do have some interesting sounds already, so can definitely like make a tune out of this. Like, I don't necessarily have to stick with this arrangement, right? It's just like a lot of these sounds can also be used in like a different track, or like I can, you know, bounce them to audio and resample them and then make something new out of that again. So there's a ton of things I can do. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Think what kind of thing I want to do for this. I think I'm gonna first improve these drums a bit to make sure that they sound a bit more like what would fit in this, because right now they don't. They're a bit too, yeah, a bit too room heavy. So let's see if we can fix that. Probably take that out. That does a big difference actually already. And let's just get rid of that, because I'm not really hearing much of a difference when I do that. Let's increase the level a bit of that one. I'm not even doing this, so might want to do that. It's going to be a little bit more static that way, but I already have quite a bit of volume differences between those snares anyway, so it should probably trigger enough like different samples. Sounds like it wants to be breaks, but it's because of the groove the first had. I do agree, yeah, I do agree, and I like breakbeat like kind of stuff a lot, so I just never make it. So it might be something that I want to do for a change. Let's see if we can tighten it up a bit. It's too much. Should do the job. I'm probably gonna have to resample these as well. But now we also have that other head pattern here. I can just take this entire thing, see what we get if we... that's... That would be one hell of a task. What? Prodigy. Yeah, I agree. I'm just thinking about this. I do like these drums at the moment. like those rolls, just those edits there. Just seeing what I can do with that. That could be pretty interesting. Now this, let's see. We have nothing in audio, right? No. So I can easily change this as well. .144 BPM or 152 maybe. That's a bit quick maybe. Maybe I should also add a bit of swing. Let's try 130. Slow maybe 140. .140 kind of works. Let's go into the groove templates here. Let me just chuck that on here. Sounds fucking nice with a little bit of swing. It's quite subtle, but I really like. Breaks is between 140 150. Yeah, I guess so. It could also be a little slower, I guess. Depends on the tune. Like I've also heard plenty ones like around 136, something like that. The slower you go, the more room you have for like adding a bit of swing. I also find so. Or the more you, maybe not necessarily the more room you have, but the more you notice the swing. Like if you, for instance, are working in drum and bass tempo, like swing, you still hear it, but it's going to be so subtle that it's going to be less obvious, I guess, than at like a slower tempo. Okay, should I try adding my own kick in and layering that with the other one, seeing what we get? Let's group this. I'm just gonna see if we can make some cool drums. Like I don't have to layer it with all the kicks in the break. I can just do that. And then move this one there. Yeah, something like that. I might even change some of the stuff in the break, because I have a... That's a bit fucked. Oh, that's also because this one doesn't have the groove applied to it, but... Guess that could work. I'm not sure what pattern I want to do here. What's gonna sound good? Let's see. That works. I'm not sure if we could do this one here. I guess that is the pattern then. Loop. Let's do that. Not sure what's gonna happen if I sidechain this, but let's see. I don't think it'll work too well because it's also gonna take the head out. But we can always try. Yeah, see? So we're gonna have to, we could also just, do that. We can add our own kick maybe. It's a bit quiet this one, so let me just boost it up a bit. I think in general I might want to change this kick a little. Oh, here we still have the kick. Of course, because the kick there is also different. Let me fix that as well real quick. So we have, that's the same, then we get kick here. And then we get one more there, so this one can go. And we probably also don't need the sidechain. And we can add like maybe a layer on top of it with addictive drums or something. It's midnight here right now, so I'm gonna have to stop streaming soon as well, because that dog definitely needs to go outside. Like, I don't want to have him stay inside for too long without going out, because he, well, if you've been here since the start of the stream, then you know what happened earlier today. But I woke up and well, there was some well, it was a mess downstairs. Let me just say that. And I almost I had just woken up. I walked downstairs and damn. A dog with explosive diarrhea is not fun. Snare still sounds a bit, I don't know. I would probably split this up anyway. Like, how much processing is there on here? Bit of compression, bit of tape saturation and that. What if I turn these off? Like I would probably split this up anyway, so I have more control over it. Like have the heads on a separate channel, maybe. Like it's also named heads, so. And just have like the snare on its own channel, basically. It's not really the most realistic way of doing it, but makes it a little bit easier to control everything, I find. Shorten the snare, yeah, maybe. What is the pitch of the snare, by the way? A sharp. Might have to do it with transient shaping. Although, when it's higher pitch, it's already a bit shorter, so... Because I do think it's just pitching up the sample, so it should make the sample shorter when you do that. Because it was a bit of a weird pitch, I think, for the rest of what we have. Let's see, I'm just... at this point, I'm just working on these drums, but it's fine. Not sure if I want to have the kick running through this as well, but... Just run it into the soft clipper. Bit much. Snare's also louder than the kick, I see. So... Or at least the main snare is. So maybe we wanna... I don't know, clip this a bit. Still loud. It doesn't really matter, but whatever. I'm not sure what to do with those drums though. Like where to go with that in terms of like a track. That's the one thing. I like the drums, but not sure what kind of a track I would write with that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have to do some bass sound design and figure out, but I'm not really feeling like making bass today. I don't know what it is. I just don't feel like making bass today. Let's play around with some more of these things here. Really like the sound of that drone. But that definitely works. Okay, I'm gonna go, we're gonna go... Let's see. What if we go for... should we just take the full ensemble for now? Might make it a little bit easier. Then we just have the whole thing. Let's put some reverb on it as well. I just need to mess around a bit with this and see what I like, because... probably make it sound a bit more interesting. Right. So what if I just take you, to make it easy? If I just take you. Okay, let's just do this. Let's, nice strings. Oh. Why is that mapped to that? What the hell? Oh, because it's armed. That's weird. Let's not do that. Can go both regular or major Phrygian or normal Phrygian. Both work. Both work on top of it, which is kind of interesting. But also, both work. It kind of gives a different sound, but What else did we have? We had this one as well, which is also quite interesting. Oh, why can I arm multiple things? That's weird. I'm not sure where to take it. I don't know. I think I'll stop streaming for now. It was a good, fun, chill stream. Whatever. I'll see what I'll do with this. I'll listen to it tomorrow, I guess. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna see if my dog is still holding up downstairs. I hope he is. Until next time. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be in the Discord afterwards as well. So if you join the Discord and wanna have a chat there, then that's fine. I'll drop the link in the chat. And I'll drop the link to my Patreon there as well. If you wanna get some samples and all those kind of things, samples, presets, wavetables. What else do I have on my Patreon? A lot. Let's just say that. But you can get a lot of stuff on there every month. So if you want to get some like bass samples and drum samples and a lot of atmosphere things, I have at this moment up. I think. Like there's just so many things at this point. I don't even know anymore what what I uploaded. But yeah, check it out if you want. It helps a lot, or it helps me a lot. So thanks for all the people that keep supporting me on there. Yeah, I'll be back next week with a stream as well, Friday. I'll try be there at the regular time. Instead of at 9 p.m. it should be 8:30 p.m. Amsterdam time. It's well worth it. Ah, thanks, mate. I'm finishing up the pack for this month at the moment. Might make some more bass sounds for it. Already have a few, but might make some more. I did a couple of like resample sessions with bass, and I have a couple of longer files, so I probably want to chop those up and like get some of the good sounds out of there, and maybe I'll put those in the pack for this month as well. Anyways, thanks for watching. Made some weird sounds, we made some beautiful sounds actually. But I'll have to see what I'll make with these. I'll see if I'll ever use it or for what I'll use it. But I do like what they sound like, so we'll see. Anyways, thanks, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.